right, man. Chris Eubanks is saying that he had a deal in place with his promoter, Katie Sutherland, I believe. He had a deal in place and to fight Janibek for the WBO middleweight title, and woke up and it was being told that he fighting the the IBO champion, whoever the hell that is. Um, let's speak on it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Now, Janibek having a tough time getting a fight. We know Munguia wasn't trying to fight him. We know Demetrius Andrade. Hey, I need a vacation going to the Gator where it's greater. See if I can stack me up some paper. You know, Demetrius Andrade needed a vacation. So he went the vacation. He went the vacation route, right? He went the vacation route. Uh, uh, um, and let his title go. Now he got, punks jump up to get beat down. Boom, 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 boom. James Brown samples are dope. And when they was in hip hop. But he jumped up, weight and got beat down by David Benavidez. Now he talking about he want to come down to 160. He might need to go to find a hand and feed him. That might be Janibek, because I don't think Charlo is going to be defending that 160-pound title unless they throw him in there with Carlos Adames, Demetrius Andrade. And I'm not sure he'd do that off a loss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, son. But nonetheless, Chris Eubanks Jr. went to sleep after agreeing to fight Janibek, not slow it down. Now was talks about him and Conor being post to fight. Now apparently Chris Eubanks came to an agreement on the financial end on that. That's just what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? But Sean, shout out to Kobe and my boy Durag Shawty, son, out there in New York, son, holding it down, kid. Now apparently they had a deal in place financially with Chris Eubanks. Conor Ben got super thirsty. Is you thirsty? In my OJ the Juice Man voice. And he wanted, I guess, more money or something. So the talks broke down. So Chris Eubanks was already still talking, I guess, with Janibek, and maybe his team on the side was talking to Iso Nasa Halalaha, whatever the IBO guy is. And so they probably didn't think the Conor Ben fight was gonna happen for a number of reasons, because he still, I don't think, been cleared to fight in the UK or whatever it is. But here we go. Chris Eubanks Jr. on Twitter. I went to sleep after agreeing to fight Janibek for world titles. Woke up and now my promoter, Sutherland Bros, is trying to make me fight Ethnosa Aliha, a boxer nobody's heard of. Watch him in boxing. How and why? Okay. So nobody heard of this kid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna look him up. You might be a beast. Sound Asian. I definitely don't know. I definitely can be wrong. Could be African. Yep. I know they said this African. So he's from Italy. He's Italian. I'm pretty sure he got some African roots. Talking about roots. So this dude is 19-0, 8 KOs. He holds the IBO middleweight title. Fought over there in Germany, it looked like. Italy. So he's been out there beating up people in Italy. He fought a guy 70, 67, 67 and 5, 1 and 3, 5 and 2, 9 and 1, 243 and 3, 233 and 3, 6 and 0, 315 and 1, 1065 and 5, 7-3 and 1, 14-4 and 1, 12-16 and 2, 3 and 0, 13-17 and 2, 11 and 2, 16-4 and 1, 16 and 0, and then he just fought a guy that's 16-0 and 2. So yeah, he's 6'1". Don't know much about him. Okay, 25 years old. His alias is El Chapo Dog. So so be it. Not sure. So this is very interesting. Very interesting. What he got going on. So but yeah, I mean, I want to see Chris Eubanks and Janibek. Then maybe you get Andrade and Chris Eubanks. So I'm not sure. But we gotta wait and see what happens. But yeah, I don't know if they gave him a response. I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably tried to hit him up on the money line. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he tried to call him up and they wasn't answering. But obviously, you got to put your name on a dotted line you got to put your name on the dotted line, um, you got to put your name on the dotted line regardless. So if you don't want to fight, he don't want to fight. But I'm pretty sure he need to eat too. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he need to eat. So I'm pretty sure he need to eat. So we gotta wait and see, man. And uh but but I mean, it is what it is, man. But I want to see that fight. I ain't gonna cap. I want to see that, man. I think Janibek, he need a, he been given a boogeyman. I seen him a little here and there fight, but at the same time, you know, I seen him, here and there fight, but at the same time, bro, I think Boogeyman is I think Boogeyman, is a bit overblown with him, but he may very well be the best one. I don't know why, you know, if Charlo was free, I don't know why he didn't I don't know why he never stepped up and fought him. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why he never stepped up and fought him. So I can't really say, but yeah, Chris Eubanks super mad because um you know he's super duper mad because they trying to make him fight a nobody. And I wonder what they probably want to do that fight with that dude from Italy, probably in the UK or something like that. But I mean, you go back to fighting a guy in the UK and then you can fight a guy, in America or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can fight a guy, probably Janibek can probably still come to the UK because he don't have a big buzz in America. You can get a world title out of it, but they probably making more money off this fight than working with Bob Arum too. So, um, but like I said, nonetheless, it is what it is. But I want to see it. But he said they had a deal in place, and that was, I guess I'm in America, so I ain't really hear much. I don't know too much about UK boxing as far as the insider things with UK boxing. So I don't know too much about what happens in UK boxing or whatever, or the inside information. I hear things here and there, but I didn't even know they was in talks. But and I know Janibek, that got to be a tough break because you finally getting somewhat of a name on your resume. And he was already jaw jacking back and forth with with Carlos Adames too. I just think they ready. I think they waiting for Carlos Adames to get the full title off Jamal Charlo. So I think that's what they waiting on. But you know, but we have to wait and see exactly how that lay out and how that play out. But in the same time for Chris Eubanks, man, I hope he turn around and I hope he turn around and get this type of fight, man. I don't think he ever held a world title, has he? Has Chris Eubanks actually held a real world title? That's a great question. I don't think he ever held a actual world title. He like Ryan Garcia. Let's see if he actually held a real world title. I don't remember. I know he had the Reggie. Yeah, he had the WBA interim, the IBO. He already had the IBO Super. He lost with George Grove for the WBA Super title. IBO. So yeah, he's never held a real world title. So I mean, it must strictly come down to financials. They might be making more money with the guy from Italy because Bob Arum ain't negotiating cheap. That we do know. We know Bob Arum ain't negotiating cheap. So that's just my opinion on it, man. But like I said before, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think about it. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter. Like I said, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. I appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out the Box News playlist. Peace.